Oh, hi. Welcome to the Food Network, special edition, Home for the Holidays with Misty Jenkins. Hello, y'all, and thank you for coming today. Have I got a special treat for you? And I know y'all know, because you've been watching my show, that I'm ready to pop in just a couple of days. Thank you, Jesus. But you know I put a corkscrew in my pussy so that thing wouldn't pop out while I was trying to make you this heavenly pie. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a pumpkin pie. A pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. So, what you want to do is start out by putting on your apron and making sure your bosoms look good for your husband. So when he comes in, he tries to get a little and you get to smack it and say, no, no. So, I already have everything all laid out here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the pumpkin mix. Now, I've already made a couple of pies today. So I have my spoon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop it out of the jar right into my big old mixing bowl. Just going to scoop it right in here. Now, you know, y'all, Thanksgiving is just a time to be thankful that we have our family and that we have pumpkin pie and food on our table. Thank you, Jesus. So as you see, I got the can nice and empty. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that away in the trash. And I'm just going to set the spoon down right there. So what we need is a teaspoon of ground cloves, a half a teaspoon of salt, a quarter of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and some ground ginger. You're just going to dump that in there, y'all, and you just make sure you got plenty of love in there, and this pie is going to come out just delicious. So I'm going to crack 2 eggs. I'm going to put 2 eggs in here. Make sure you don't get the shell in. So one thing that I love about the holidays is when everybody writes me and tells me what they like to do for Thanksgiving. Oh, it just makes me so excited. I just can't even contain myself. Oh, and I'm just so filled with love and joy, and my baby, and my wine. So, after you put those things in, please do not forget 3/4 cup sugar. I'm going to go ahead and dump that right in there. I'm going to put this over here in the sink so I can have my pool boy wash it. Then you're going to want to take a container of evaporated milk. Make sure you shake it well and do just what Granny taught me on how to open it up. You're going to take a knife and you're going to poke it right through on 2 sides and bend it up a little and you're good to go. So you're going to pour that in. It's going to be nice and shaken. And you're just going to stir it around. Oh, I can just taste this pumpkin pie. It's going to be delicious. Oh, you know, on the holidays, especially around Thanksgiving, that's when I wish my son, Bobby Jenkins, was around more often. You know, he doesn't get to come home too much because he lives in New York and he's one of them homosexuals. And you know, his mama don't like that too much. But as long as my baby's happy with those boys, I don't understand those boys and those clubs. So what I'm doing right now is I'm mixing up this mix for the pumpkin pie. I'm just pouring some elbow grease in there, and I'm just stirring and mixing and making. And I just need to make sure that it has all my love all of my love inside this pie. You know, the one good thing about working and making a nice pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving is having some nice Christmas music. You know, Christmas music makes us feel good. I already got my decorations up. So, I'm almost done just stirring. Now make sure that you use a regular whisk, because otherwise it'll get too much bubbles if you use the electric one. So just stir it up nice and good, you know, and then you just get it all in there. And then you're going to have your pre-graham cracker pie crust all ready. So before you pour it in there, you want to make sure you take a nice sip of wine. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the bowl and you're going to slowly start pouring it in. Pour the whole thing in there. Now make sure you get the Keebler ones there at the grocery store. You know, over at the Piggly Wiggly. Those are the best ones. And you know right now, the Piggly Wiggly has a sale since Thanksgiving is coming up. You get 4 for $1. It's a great deal. So I'm just going to take this and put it over in the sink. And then what you want to do is you want to take a cookie sheet and put that under the pie. That way, it's much easier to stabilize and put into the oven. That way nothing spills. Since I've already gotten prepared for this show, I made a pie and it's ready to come out of the oven. You just want to cook it at 425 for about half an hour. And I put on my oven mitts. One says Merry Christmas. Put on my oven mitts. Just going to get in here, get in the oven. Take out my delicious pie. Oh, and wouldn't you look at that? Isn't that just delicious? So we're just going to put that up here, and we're just going to let it cool. And I got another one in here too, because I got a big family coming tomorrow. And I want to make sure that I have enough pumpkin pie for everybody. So, I would love to hear about all y'all's family and what you do on Thanksgiving and what your traditions are. So why don't you just shoot me a message on Facebook and I'll be right there to respond. Thanks for coming. Ciao.